So, welcome back to the shed. I had to put this little piece of the carburetor, I had to take that off of the other carburetor to put it on there. That's the piece where the air cleaner is going to attach if and when I actually get an air cleaner. But at the moment, put a brand new spark plug in this thing. This is actually a chainsaw tool, but it works on other small engine applications. This plug will come out of it. It's not terrible. I'm not going to throw it away. I'm going to save it. Just like the oil that came out of this engine is in that container. The chain is soaking in it. The gas that came out of the gas tank is soaking greasy bolts. These things come with a, this washer is designed to crush to help it hold together. Yeah, the first torque application of that crushes that little gasket. And I'm sure there's a book out there somewhere that'll tell you whatever a torque wrench spec would be, but I mean, you just kind of got it tight enough. This little thing sometimes will spread. Just push it back together. Slide it on there. Bang. Brand new spark plug. My next adventure is going to be to put some oil in this thing. I've got to go grab my funnel. I'm going to put about a half quart of STP non-detergent 30 weight. I am in no way, shape, or form sponsored by STP. I don't even particularly like STP products, to be honest with you, but the local AutoZone has one option of 30 weight non-detergent, and it is exactly this. I'm going to put about a half a quart in this thing. Once I get it on the bike, I'll check the oil level at that point, because this engine actually sits it sits on an angle, so I'm not really going to be able to figure out what the actual operating level is until it's on the bike itself. One more, and that should be about a half a quart. This engine's going to be happy with that new oil in there. I have a feeling. All right. Wow, the cleaning solution that these wheels are in, this wheel, has caused it to corrode. I need to go pay these some attention in a sink. Alright, so fast forward a little bit. I had to spend about a half an hour cleaning these wheels in the sink. I was unaware that whatever that degreaser is was going to cause this wheel to corrode, but that's how it ended up. And I cleaned the tire. That's going to work for me at the moment. I kind of like how that looks. Gives it a little bit of a vintage look to it. I cleaned up the gas tank using WD-40. Just sprayed it on there and rubbed it in. Old plastic. I still got to sand and paint those fenders, but I'm going to clean off this workbench, and I'm going to get the frame set up here, get the gas tank and the motor set back on the thing, and start putting it back together. Next thing I'm going to need to do is figure out how to get the back tire back on the wheel. I've been fighting with that thing all morning, intermittently. That way I can get the chain on it, and yeah, then I can mount the motor. That's how you tension the chain, is by positioning the engine. Alright folks, so I think this is as far as I'm going to get for today. I'm not going to end this video here, but the wind is picking up and the thunder is clapping. In the distance, it's getting ready to rain. So I got the foot pegs put back on there on both sides. Got the fuel line attached. You saw me put the front wheel on. I'm still fighting with the rear wheel. I didn't address this. I have to cut 2 more bolts, because you remember in the last one, the long bolts that I had to run in there to keep it from turning over. Well, they're too long, and I can't find any that are the correct length. So I literally have to put them in on the bench vise and cut them with a hacksaw. I've got 2 in, and I need 2 more. But yeah, just to recap so far, you know, new spark plug, fresh oil. I did put these bolts on here, or they're not tight, because I still got to get the back wheel on to run the chain. But yeah, I'm I'm gonna pack it up for the moment so that I don't get rained on. And I'd kind of like to keep this thing clean and out of the rain for now, even though eventually I'm going to end up probably riding it in the mud. But as soon as the rain stops, or perhaps tomorrow, we'll see. I'll get back with it. Alright, so at this point, I think I might even have the same shirt on I did when I filmed the other stuff, because this is kind of my go-to shirt anyway for when I'm working on greasy shit in the yard. I think it's been about 2 weeks. I got the back wheel on it. Had to wait for a new kill switch to come in the mail. Had to readdress the recoil. And then I had another issue. Really just want to ride this thing. I understand why guys throw these engines in the trash and buy ones from Harbor Freight. I'm going to try to muscle through that. However, I am having carburation issues. I will catch you over there where it's sitting. Alright, so you can see I got the back wheel on there. Figured out how to get the seat on there. There's the brand new kill switch. I haven't hooked it up yet because I haven't gotten it to run. Oh, and if you look down here, you'll see that the bottom of the carburetor is missing. I also went a different route with the recoil, and I know this isn't going to be great. That one's already loose. I need to do something else with it. This isn't the answer. This was just something that I had in my shed that I was able to make work, because the other didn't. But you might ask yourself, why is the bottom of the carburetor missing? Well, because the bottom of the carburetor is up here. And if you look at this, this is the adjustment for the float level in the bowl, and it goes up in there. Mind you, I was not even touching this piece. I was yanking on the pull cord trying to get it to start, and the carburetor fell apart. That bolt sheared off. I've never seen that in my life. And mind you, this carburetor was brand new out of a box. How long it had been sitting in the box, I don't know. That little carburetor gasket that goes on there was nasty. but theoretically it was a brand new carburetor. So that's where I'm at with this thing at the moment. Now I have to decide whether or not I'm going to try to clean the old carburetor up that I've let sit out in the rain, or if I think a new carburetor for this thing would probably cost about the same as the motor that's on that thing. And I'm really tempted to just go buy a Harbor Freight motor, even though I said I wouldn't. I'll make another video when I get this thing running, but for the moment this is where the road stops until I can source that part. So that's it for now. Thanks for watching.